What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm C.
I'm P.
And today we're going to react to Burr.
Thinks women are overrated.
Burr thinks women are overrated. That's a Burr title right there.
Seriously.
Hey, that's
on
a,
the Conan Show.
He's in a Conan interview, and he's going to tell us why women are overrated. This is going to be funny. I can tell.
Yeah, I can only imagine the things he's going to say.
Yeah.
Bill Burr always got something to say about women.
Like whenever you think about women, it's like the funniest
He goes in all the time. All the time. As always, let us know what you think about this reaction in the comments below. Like, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get notified for our upcoming videos. Remember, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We need your help to get there. Subscribe.
Let's begin, guys. That's probably why they're overrated, because of this. Joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. Relax.
Your show, F is for Family, I relate to it because it's about parenting in the 70s, and that's, you know, that was when I was parented like you. What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like
That's
half
right.
of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting this country.
You're mad. Wait a minute.
I think it's hurting this country. I love
Let's get this. You're mad that children are not being hit.
This should be the threat of it. Half of it was just the look. It was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did. because she was a woman. It was like okay, because it was like, hey, you let a girl beat you up. You kind of felt emasculated.
Yeah.
We had a rule. Like a lot of the stuff that I look at from when I was a kid that actually kind of made sense in a way would now be considered like abuse, I guess. Like when I was a kid, if you didn't finish your supper, as we called it.
Supper, yeah.
Yeah, my mother was just like, well, you're going to finish, she would just wrap it in cellophane, and you just picked up where you left off for breakfast. like a blue-collar job. Like you take the shovel out of the hole and just start digging it again. So, yeah, I remember one night we had cube steaks, which is like one of the toughest pieces of meat. I don't know if you guys, everything's so like Asian-infused Wagyu beef. Everybody's eating that crap now. But cube steak was like, literally had to hit it with a hammer to make it like edible. And so we were having cube steaks. And I forget, my little brother was still in a high chair, and he couldn't finish his. So my mother goes, all right, well, you're just going to have to eat it for breakfast. And that was like 8 hours away, which was like half his life. So he's like, all right, I'll take that deal. So the next morning, I remember we were having waffles. My mother always made Sunday breakfast, so we had all these waffles, eggs, bacon, this whole layout. My brother was looking at half-eaten cube steaks and a little mound of green bean casserole. And he goes, so he looked at my mom, he goes, Mom, can I have a waffle? And she goes, no, you got to finish your supper. He's like, well, after I finish my supper, then can I have a waffle? She goes, no, that is your breakfast. And he goes, oh, Mom, I hate you. And my dad, without looking up, took a full glass of milk and threw it in his face. Swear to God. This is what kills me. What kills me.
You want everyone today to have as miserable a childhood as you had.
No, but it was kind of funny. We know what's hilarious was my mother just popped up and just immediately started cleaning up, and my dad just kept eating. Like he didn't like the roles were defined back then. Now the guy has to throw the milk, he has to clean it up while telling his wife she's brave for just sitting there. Like whatever that is. Did you hear it? Yeah. Women are so overrated, right? We went from we went from not listening to them to now it's ridiculous. Like that believe women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%, all right? But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your shit on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew.
Who put a pet in a pot of stew?
Glenn Close.
Oh,
Close, yeah.
Okay, all right. I think it was a separately boiled.
You know what I miss? I miss, yeah, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood.
Evidence.
Yeah.
You mean
Due
people...
process.
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way, like the old gumshoe shows. Then they had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just
Right.
like, it's just frontier justice.
Right.
You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process? This guy's talking crazy, man. He just joined ISIS. This is what it is.
I think it's because every time a woman's issue come up, like I said, believe women.
Believe.
Anytime you how do I say this? Challenge that, people back away because they know they don't want to get canceled. They don't want to become a misogynist. Exactly. So they're like
no, because you know why they back away? Because they hear the tumbling of the people that are about to come running out of the cracks. Of the little, it's like the Karens of the world. Their ears pick her up. Like, wait, somebody's saying something,
exactly.
and they come running.
And more of the typing. Like,
You said what now? You misogynistic.
They know it makes sense.
Anti-feminist.
They know it makes sense, but they back off because
Racist.
they didn't want to be labeled, things.
You should be canceled.
This guy's talking crazy, man. Did he just join ISIS? This is what it is.
What I'm saying.
And then the woos that they agreed, but they didn't agree when it counted.
We'll digitally add woos, don't worry. We have the woo machine.
The woo machine.
You are way too angry. 50 is still relatively young. You have the anger of a 110-year-old man. All these telephones.
I can't argue.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, Bill.
It's good, and it's even different from like here in third world countries, like disciplining your kids. It's like it's totally different thing. I'm pretty sure in third world countries they would call it abuse here. They would discipline the kids because I used to go to school in Haiti. And they used to like get a ruler and actually, like they give you like timetables to memorize or like a homework. If you didn't do homework, you gotta put the hand like bah, bah.
Yeah, they used to do that here
You know what
back
I mean?
when my mom was a kid.
Yeah.
When my mom was a kid, they used to do that.
Yeah, back in the day, things were tougher.
But
I think people were tougher back
I don't
then.
know when it happened, but we lost the line. There used to be a clear, defined line between discipline and abuse. And somehow the line
I think the line just
disappeared.
moved. No, it didn't disappear. It moved. It moved
I
to
guess.
like, now you can't hit them. You can't. Timeouts now is what you should do with them. He said we can argue about is physical thing is adequate.
Believe.
I'm not gonna argue about that, but I feel like overall disciplining kids have gotten worse because you be walking in the store and Walmart, the kids be yelling, "Mom, I want candy! I want candy!" She be like, "No, Thomas, no candy! No!"
Thomas.
It's like, I don't know, it's a white name that I have to go,
I knew that's why. I was like, is that the first white boy name you thought of?
And imagine if it was like even a black family or a family from like the Caribbean or the islands, the kid would not do that. Mm-hmm. The mom just looked at them and they stopped. Mm-hmm. Mom, I want candy. No, I want candy. Boy, you better stop. They're like, alright, I'm good. You know what I mean? But there be this kids in the stores, man, they be acting up, and the parents doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like what happened? A friend of mine works in the sporting goods section, and these two kids were running around making a mess. The mom was just idly shopping, didn't give a shit. The mom was all the way at the registers. The kids were around the store doing chaos. My friend had to track down the mom to tell her, your kids are acting crazy. She was like, "Oh, they are? Boys, where are you?"
Yeah.
And then they come running over. And she's like, "Wait until we go home and tell your father about this."
Oh God.
And then walks away.
So
with the kids.
if the father's not there, you can discipline your kids.
Not even that. Like I think she was just saying that to say that in front of my friend. You don't even know where your kids are. You just let them run rampant in a store. First of all, by themselves, and they destroy the store and you just turn to them and be like, oh, wait until we get home.
Yeah.
You don't even have that. Like, if it was me, my mom would have made me go and clean up the mess
Exactly.
before we even left the store.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like.
And then as we're in the parking lot heading to the car, she'd be whipping my butt. Like that's discipline. That's not abuse, people. There's a difference.
Yeah, because when you don't do that to your kids, they grow up to still be assholes. You know?
Then they grow up thinking that they can do whatever the freak they want.
Yeah, I think we were talking about the believe women thing already. What?
Believe.
We're talking about that already.
Believe women.
He said, I give you 87, listen.
Believe.
I give you 87. You know what I mean? Believe women.
Believe.
Whatever they do, believe them.
Yeah.
Know the process.
Duh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm innocent, okay?
Like guys gotta be careful these days, man. You gotta be extra careful.
Oh my god.
Gotta make sure. There's this kid.
They're
This is this
crazy.
college kid, right? Who
Uh-huh.
this girl accused him of rape, right? I don't know if you can see this on YouTube, but get demonetized. But he actually got suspended from the school, and there was an investigation, and they found cameras, right? And the cameras, the girl was all over him. Even while they were working in his apartment, the girl was all over him, trying to whatever. And then she was saying the guy did send her to her and raped her or whatever. And in the court system, right, they found the guy, innocent of rape, right?
Mm.
But the school still banned them from expelled them from the school. So even when you've been deemed innocent by the courts, the school still ban you. You know what I mean? Because
It's like
for guys, just the mere accusation ruins your life.
Yeah,
That's why
reputation.
you have to take it more seriously. If a girl accuse somebody of that, and you find out later that she was lying, there has to be consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Because just the accusation can ruin a guy's life.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be true. So if you give more power to women saying believe them, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but just saying just believe them because they're accused of something is wrong to me.
They think they could do.
They never pick up the guy's
A
side.
lot of women, I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of them think they could do pretty much whatever they want just because they got a pretty face. Whether it's accusing guys of stuff and expecting people to believe them, or like if there's a video I showed you, this woman says, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," but this real tall, handsome guy was asking for sugar. She thought it was for her to give him a kiss. Tries to go kiss him and says, "Well, I have a boyfriend, but I'll kiss you anyway." And then when he denies her, bends over in front of him to go get the sugar and then twerks a little bit. But I have a boyfriend.
I don't know. I feel like that video was staged, but I
She
get
would
your
go.
point, though.
You get my point? Like she would probably
Yeah.
go home to the boyfriend and be like, "I don't know why this happened. Like I didn't do that. Like even though there's like video footage proof, she would make up something."
But I think it's how they don't hold, like, people don't hold women accountable because they're women or they're cute, whatever. They don't hold them accountable and they can do whatever they want, and they
get
know,
away with it.
they're gonna believe me. If a girl says a guy listening to them, most people would automatically believe the guy listening to them because apparently all guys are demons apparently. But yeah, man. What else that he said we gotta talk about?
No,
That's about it, man.
We basically did childhood and women. That was
Cube
pretty much
steaks.
what we talked about. He's funny as always. Always has us laughing.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, bro. Like,
Comment.
subscribe.
Oh, you actually let me do it.
See you next time.